On Arsenal, look, I'm going to try my best to be absolutely objective here. When it comes to Arsenal, listen, this is the team, their fans, the tension in that stadium from their fan base and the build up to this game, I think is over the top. This game got built up today as the team that loses, their season's a disaster. This is season defining. It's a very important win. 3 points is 3 points. Getting one over your rivals is massive. But in my personal belief, neither Arsenal or Man United were doomed should they have lost today. But Arsenal demonstrated such champions mentality to be beaten at the 90th minute, to get the decision and to go again and to see that game out is why they're a team that will challenge Manchester City for the Premier League title again. Declan Rice today, of course, demonstrated why he's worth £100 million. Demonstrated it. Listen, that's ignoring the clutch moment with the goal. Ignore that. The overall performance. The overall performance. I told people you put him surround him with better players and he goes to the top. Solid. Odegaard, yes, the equalizer is part of it, but every time he had the ball at the edge of our box, he was dangerous. Martinelli probably gave Aaron Wan-Bissaka one of his hardest games he's ever had in his life. I thought he was impeccable. Saka, in my opinion, got pocketed for large parts of the game. But do you know what impressed me about him? And it was hard to be impressed when you're watching your own team play. Perseverance. He didn't stop. He didn't give up. He didn't bottle it and go, well, Delo's had the best of me for 90 minutes. I'm just going to stop now and pass it back to my fullback. Kept on going. You see a difference in Arsenal's football when Zinchenko is back in the middle. Sometimes he was playing further right than Declan Rice was. But the difference in Arsenal Football Club when Zinchenko plays, again, is palpable. They're a superior team to without him. They need, why they went and bought Timber, they wanted more ballers there. I think the only Arsenal player that is probably going to receive major criticism from their fans today is going to be Kai Havertz. He dropped another disaster class. Gave the ball away in what led to Man United's opening goal by Rashford. He should have scored and he completely missed the ball. And Arsenal looked better when he came off. Fabio Vieira comes on. If Fabio Vieira doesn't start the next game, that's a decision that has to be questioned by Arsenal fans. In my opinion, he's a better football player than Kai Havertz. He offers more than Kai Havertz because he can beat a man. When you have the ability to go past somebody, it's different. This Arsenal team today absolutely demonstrated why it can go on to win major trophies. Were they perfect? No. But I'm telling you this now as football fans. This is my opinion. It's how I was brought up to think about football. But by the way, some decent coaches. Like my PE teacher, who was also a football coach, runs Fulham's academy. So I think he's got a pretty good in-depth knowledge of football. Fans overanalyze it. We analyze it to a point where we're like, well, it has to be perfect. But the reason that we don't see other clubs' imperfections, unless they're awful, and we see our own, is because that is what love does to you. Trust me, when I'm at a family barbecue and there's loads of kids there, unless there's a really naughty kid who is like dangerously naughty, like biting dogs or doing something weird, right? The only bad behavior I notice is my own children. But often my children are doing nothing different to the others, but I don't notice it because they're my children. I'm looking at every little detail, every nook and cranny, every hair fiber. And you overanalyze sometimes and you realize actually they're just doing what everybody else does. And if those kids I don't think are a bother, they're fine. Why am I not? And we do that to our clubs sometimes. Doesn't mean you can't analyze, but you're never going to, in my opinion, you rarely get in team games where two teams play each other at this level, a perfect performance. Of course you're going to get misplaced passes. Of course you're going to get misjudgments. It's really good players versus really good players with two really good managers. It's impossible. But I think Arsenal will take a lot of credit from this. I think they'll take a lot of confidence from this as well. They are the lucky ones here as well. They get to go into the international break with the win. Man United have now got a stew on that. Man United have got to do that sitting in 11th, licking their wounds, feeling sorry for themselves, but they have to bounce back Man United and beat Brighton. Arsenal can now come back and go, right, we're sitting there, 5th in the league. Positions don't really matter too much after 4 games, but you're on 10 points, only 2 off the top. And that's with Gooners crying that they've been awful at the start of the season. Imagine when you get better. Imagine when you get better. Equally, Man United fans, look, you saw a difference when Rasmus Højlund came on. Amrabat still to join this team. We've got a number of injuries as well, by the way. Like, I don't think it's too much of a stretch to understand that having to bring on Johnny Evans and Maguire as our centre-backs in the last 10 minutes hurt us. We should have been able to bring them on. Lindelof being taken off, listen, that's one of the only things that I'll challenge the manager on. Massively. Unless Lindelof was carrying an injury, I didn't get it. I know it was booked, but he showed no signs in that second half of getting a second yellow. We've got better players to come back. I think we should be positive, even though you'll be frustrated. But that's just my opinion. Listen, people, smash like buttons for us on the show. 10,000 people tuning in right now. Biggest match reaction in football terrace history. Let's get this past 5,000 likes, please. Make sure you're subscribing and have bell notifications turned on as well. I am going to bring my panel out soon. I've got to get through these super chats, though, because there's so many. And you, the viewers, I mean, with respect to my panel, the viewers are more important. This here says, this is the history of Man United, poor football club. Weird comment. Come on, you Gooners, is what Luke Skywalker says here. Come on, Terry. Come on, Terry. Come on, you Gooners. Commentary. Come on, you Gooners. Love you, bro. Yeah, love you too, Luke Skywalker, but I'm fuming. Rice, baby. What a moment for him to really announce himself as an Arsenal player. If that was Alisson, it would be a draw. Interesting. I'm going to save that super chat for the panel. As a neutral, it was a very good game, but my word, why on earth was Johnny Evans added? He was so poor. Like, he got turned within a second of being on the football pitch. It made zero sense to me personally why he came on. I agree, Jerome. I forgot. Do you know what's funny? You know, I said at the start, I was so gobsmacked with what happened, I kind of forgotten things. When the panel come out, more's going to come out and I'm going to remember it. It was honestly like, I just got slapped in the face and turned around. No one was there. It's like I've been assaulted by a ghost. Cooked, fried by rice. Listen, I'm going to say this now, though. I don't feel like we were cooked today. I don't feel like we were peppered and ripped apart from the beginning to the end, like last year when you beat us 3-2. I feel it was different, but thank you. Smash the like button, people. Come on, you Gooners. Not mad at United at all today. Robbed of a possible penalty on Højlund, the questionable offside for Nacho, and then Plain Rice's goal where Gabriel holds Evans back, robbery. Look, I'm going to say this. It wasn't a foul on Johnny Evans, in my opinion. There wasn't much in it. I haven't seen a replay of the pull on Rasmus Højlund, so I don't have an opinion right now. Equally, I don't think Lindelof deserved to be sent off because Martinez was covering. Therefore, you're not guaranteeing the denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity 45 yards out from goal. And I actually think they made the right choice in overturning the penalty. I thought it was a stonewaller until I saw the replay, and AWB makes no contact. And they rewrote the laws about 7 or 8 years ago that basically said if the defender and the attacker are near each other and the running leg of the attacker clips the defender behind him, it's not a foul. And that's essentially what happened because AWB made no contact with him. So listen, a lot of people said the ref had a bad game today. The offside goal's offside. It's offside. There is no debating it. It's an objective decision. I'm gutted as well, but I wouldn't call it robbery personally myself. Thank you for that super chat. You didn't say anything, but thank you. We are screwed. Maguire and Evans as a back line, zero pace. We begged to have that defense strengthened, and instead we got weaker. We need new owners. We better not blame owners because rivals will get angry. But you're absolutely right. The manager wanted Kim. The manager wanted Todibo. But this is what we were talking about in the window. You don't pay for Maguire to leave. It costs you more. But it only costs you in a football sense. But remember, the Glazers, that everyone funds, don't care about winning. They don't care at all. They're happy. They save £7 million. How are you going to defend Havertz now, Arsenal fans? He holds you back. We'll save that one, Daniel, for the super chat. No need to shoehorn Partey into the team. Come on, you Gooners. Gooner here. Man U puts up a fight, but I still think Arsenal were the better team. AWB really showed out versus Martinelli. Good game. It's interesting. See, I don't think Martinelli cooked AWB and ruined him, but I felt he gave him a really hard game.